Now on 4 News Now at 6, downtown and your safety. The mayor takes on what some call a crisis. One business owner talks to 4 News Now about what she deals with every day.
We made it into the 80s today. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow, but with clear skies tonight, you still may need a sweatshirt at the bus stop. I'll have your first alert forecast.
And this Spokane apartment building is boarded up and the people who live there sent packing. Why the city shut it down and what will happen to the building now. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Breaking news out of Priest River. It could be the end of the line for West Bonner School District Superintendent Brandon Durst. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. The Idaho State Board of Education has denied the school board's request for an emergency provisional certificate that would allow Durst to serve as superintendent. The board said it only has the power to grant emergency provisional certificates to teachers. In a letter, the board's executive director wrote, quote, "The state board does not have legal authority to grant such certificates to administrators or to waive the administrator certificate." Durst released a statement on X, formerly known as Twitter, questioning the timing of the decision. He wrote in part, quote, "This was a discriminatory act by a board run by those with a political axe to the grind. Without the certification, Durst is not qualified to be superintendent." And earlier this month, 2 West Bonner School Board members were recalled in part due to the controversial decision to select Durst for the position. Let's send it now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, temperatures today are running above average. A lot of 80s right around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, including in Deer Park, 9 Mile. Downtown at Spokane, it's 81 degrees and 81 in Spangle. But we've got a long night ahead with clear skies, light winds, and very dry air in place. Look how far those temperatures are going to drop by tomorrow morning. 38 in Deer Park. It's going to be in the lower 40s in many locations. 52 in Spokane and in the 50s also in Liberty Lake, Post Falls, and Coeur d'Alene. But a very crisp start to the day regardless. But you'll be amazed how much it warms up tomorrow with a ridge of high pressure in place. We are going to have a lot of sunshine for tomorrow, and we're also going to bring up some warmer air. So we're headed to temperatures about 10 degrees above average. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Expect more sunny, warm days and clear, cool nights. We'll be in the 80s Friday through Sunday. And then there are going to be some changes on Sunday, which we're going to talk a lot about later in the forecast, including a drop into the 60s for next week. We'll explain in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Definitely damaged signs, drugs, syringe, garbage, people sleeping in our drive-through.
That's reality for businesses in your 2nd and Division right now, an area the city of Spokane has declared a crisis zone during an uptick in violence and illegal activity. Last week, Spokane police said they would be increasing their patrols right in that area. And today, city leaders gave an update on their progress. Natalie Grant is here in studio live with how they hope to turn things around. Natalie.
Well, Kirsten, today city leaders said that addressing public safety in downtown is their top priority, and they're prepared to provide extra time and resources to put a halt to the growing problem. And businesses I spoke with today said they're starting to see a difference. At the corner of 3rd and Division in downtown Spokane, Brewitt Coffee Company is open and ready to welcome customers. But lately, they've seen a downtrend in business, in large part due to the recent uptick of crime and homeless populations in the area.
I do a drive-through, like drive-by, a whole lap around before I enter the building to feel a little safer.
Jasmine Overman is the first to arrive at the shop in the morning and sometimes has to pick up what's left behind.
Definitely damaged signs, drugs, syringe, garbage, people sleeping in our drive-through.
But recently, she said extra police presence has helped.
So I would say the last week I've been seeing like them actually drive through our parking lot, park for a little bit, which is comforting. They're just sitting there, or they actually help kick people out now.
It's an intentional initiative by Spokane Police to increase patrols, hoping to deter crime in the process.
In the last week alone, We have made hundreds of contacts, 60 plus arrests. With those arrests comes guns off the street. We have confiscated guns, large amount of fentanyl pills, and we've identified people who are actively participating in human trafficking. These are things that we cannot let occur in our area.
On Thursday, Spokane's Mayor Nadine Woodward said public safety is a top priority, and a law enforcement task force has been assembled to reset this area of downtown.
As a city, if we don't have a safe downtown, we don't have anything. We don't have a city. The downtown is our economic region, not just for our city, our economic engine, I should say, not just for our city, but the entire region. What impacts our downtown impacts, and our city impacts the region.
And for Jasmine, she says this push for safety is good for business and good for her.
It makes you feel safer. It makes you feel like if something does happen, there is going to be someone nearby.
Now, Catholic Charities, who operates housing in a shelter in the area of 2nd and Division, released a statement following the press conference today, saying in part, our staff work diligently to provide key support services to those seeking to stabilize their lives. Individuals who are disrupting community safety and the provision of those services need to be appropriately engaged by law enforcement immediately. They also said that they are hopeful that this increased police presence will accomplish that goal and deter those negative behaviors. The Spokane police say that they are prepared to have those extra patrols in the area indefinitely. Catholic Charities said they will be paying for some of those overtime costs for officers. Reporting in studio tonight, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
Natalie, thank you. Student test scores in Washington are slowly on the rise, but in Spokane, English test scores actually dropped. In Spokane, 47.1% of students who took the state standardized test were at grade level. Last year, 47.4% tested at grade level, which is still far below pre-pandemic levels when 56% of students tested at grade level. Scores are up in math, with 35% testing at grade level this year compared to 34% last year. These scores are still nowhere near pre-pandemic levels when 42% are testing at grade level in math as well. If your child needs help with their homework, they can access online tutors courtesy of the Spokane County Library District. All you need is a library card. For more information about the program, look for this story on KXLY.com.
I came home to the whole building already boarded up.
Tenants of a downtown Spokane apartment complex have been forced to leave their homes with very little notice. This topic was discussed in an informal city council meeting earlier today. The city says it's been trying to resolve issues in the Wall Street apartments for about a year now. After no improvements were made, the city issued a do not occupy notice Tuesday, leaving those tenants lost and vulnerable. Allison Martinez shares what's next for those affected.
The building that you see right here behind me is the Wall Street Apartments. Now, at the beginning of this month, this building housed close to 100 tenants, many of them poor and disabled. Now those tenants have been forced out of the building, many of them sleeping in their cars or on the streets. The Wall Street Apartments have been on the city of Spokane's radar for almost a year. Multiple attempts were made to reach the landlord concerning the building's lack of safety and sanitation. After no successful resolutions, the city issued a do not occupy notice Tuesday. The notice came as a shock to Stoney Patton, who has lived in the building for 3 years.
My thought of the relocation process was if there was a problem with the building, they would relocate us and then close the building down. No, they just put us out on the street.
Spokane Director of Code Enforcement Louis Garcia says that the building is a threat to nearby properties and the public safety.
We would not be able to wait until other accommodations are found, because every day that occupancy was allowed to remain in existence is another potential for a mass casualty.
The building's landlord and Patton deny the apartment's problems at the time of closure. Patton says since being forced to leave his home, he's received little to no help as to where to go next. Now he's living out of his car.
Instead of saying, yeah, we've been in contact with these people, there's a couple apartments over here, would you be interested in that? We'll help you move. None of that. None of that. I was just out in the street.
In today's meeting, council members voiced their concern for these tenants and dedication to helping them find a new home.
We need to know what service providers are available We need to know what kind of funding is being used to help rehouse them. If there's anything we can do to assist.
Once the city council discovered this is the subject of a lawsuit, the discussion ended. Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Well, if you were in Hayden or Coeur d'Alene today, you may have noticed smoke coming from the mountains to the east. Crews with the U.S. Forest Service were out in the Lone Cabin Creek and Bottom Canyon areas doing prescribed burns that are meant to prevent wildfires. Prescribed burns allow firefighters control of what they set fire to and cause white smoke. There will be other prescribed burns like this in North Idaho this fall, so check the U.S. Forest Service Idaho Panhandle Facebook page before calling 911 to report fires, especially if what you're seeing is white smoke. Still ahead, you may have seen these strange lights moving through the skies last night. You may have called our newsroom. We'll tell you what caused that coming up.
Medical Lake High School football has their first game of the season. Coming up, why this game is more than just football.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
When you live in the beautiful Northwest, there's nothing better than spending time on your deck. And nobody knows decking better than the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
From the early evening cocktails to the backyard barbecues, your deck is the most fun place to be. And during Windsor Plywood's end of the season decking sale, there's a lot of great discounts now.
Windsor Plywood.
With 2 locations in Spokane.
Today through this Monday, if you're hunting for the best selection of sporty used trucks and 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive SUVs,
we got them, and we're pricing them right to move them out.
Which means it's the perfect time to upgrade your vehicle to a better set of wheels before the winter months arrive. Bag a truck and save $1. Plus, this week, Cal is offering a minimum $2,000 trade-in for your old ride.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
The most anticipated rock holiday tradition returns. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert. Friday, November 24th, Spokane Arena. Tickets on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. at ticketswest.com. A legendary blend of rock, classical, and holiday music for the entire family. Don't miss Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert. The Ghosts of Christmas Eve.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the 4-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
Tonight is Medical Lake Strong Night and the high school football team's first home game of the season. Kickoff right as our newscast was starting at 6 o'clock. Tonight's event is sponsored by the high school's Booster Club in an effort to bring the community together following the devastating Gray Fire. Marissa Rio is live at the game for us tonight, and it looks like there is quite the crowd there tonight. Marissa, thanks so much for bringing us the sights and sounds on a Thursday night football game.
Yeah, it's a great time here in Medical Lake. Earlier, they were handing out free hot dogs. I even saw some free Krispy Kreme donuts. The crowd is loud, and everyone is cheering on this team. The Medical Lake Cardinals are playing against the Newport High School Grizzlies. But tonight is about more than football. It's a time to bring the community together in an effort to heal. The school's athletic director came up with tonight's event.
You know, there was football before, there's football after. We're gonna keep rolling. It's going to take time for people to kind of get their feet back under them and feel like life is back to normal. But tonight there can be a little bit of normal, right? It's Thursday night technically, but it's football night.
The Medical Lake High School football coach says the team missed 4 practices because of the fire. So today means a lot.
You know, we were super excited when we got the all-go to get back on the field and get back to playing football. I mean, the kids love it. This year they're doing great. They're driving every day and trying to get them to feel that normality.
A member of the Booster Club says this community is so tight. They were happy to help.
For them to have a night out, they don't have to worry so much about what's going on. Maybe get a little break from what's going on.
Coach says the team has really come together during this time.
Well, maybe.
This community is going through a really tough time because of the Gray Fire, but you couldn't tell by being here. The energy is electric, and that's exactly what this event is supposed to be about. Reporting in Medical Lake, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Marissa. Beautiful night for football. Beautiful weekend for camping. 91 degrees at Sun Lakes Resort on Saturday. It'll be 89 on Sunday. Winds will be picking up a little bit on Sunday. Of course, Sun Lakes near Coulee City. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
Get $200 when you open a new checking account with Horizon Credit Union. When you bank with us, you'll get expert guides to help you on your financial journey. A pathfinder, an advisor, a teammate, a guardian, and peace of mind wherever you're headed next. So, if you're ready for a better banking experience, sign up in branch or online with the promo code GET200. Horizon Credit Union, your path, our purpose.
Are you ready to unleash the power of productivity? Get ready for the ultimate workhorse, the Kubota BX Series tractors at Adams Tractor. With a powerful engine, versatile attachments, and compact size, these tractors can tackle any job with ease. For a limited time, Adams Tractor is offering a special deal, 0 down, 0% APR financing for up to 84 months. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Visit Adams Tractor today and unleash the power of the Kubota BX Series tractors. We have loads of tractors in stock. Get yours now.
It's time to replace your old tub with a new shower. But you don't want the hassle or the worry of getting it finished. You just want to pick a style and relax, knowing that it'll be wonderful when it's done. Is that too much to ask? No, actually it's not. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Finley Downtown Toyota, we are loaded with new Tundra and Tacoma trucks, as well as brand new all-wheel drive SUVs just in time for winter.
So if you're looking for a touchdown of savings, you can find it at Finley.
Oh, the calls we got last night about this streak of lights in the sky, and no, it's not aliens, despite how much my producer Steven really wanted me to be able to report to you. This is actually just part of SpaceX's Starlink satellites. They're meant to provide low-cost internet access to remote locations, and like I said in the last newscast, I've experienced many a Starlink satellite SpaceX launch on the coast near Kennedy Space Center when I was in Orlando, so it was seriously almost once a week for a period of time there.
Jeez, well, I was not prepared to see that in the sky last night, and when I did, I was quite shocked. Glad to hear it's just old Elon up to whatever. Hey, let's talk about our temperatures right now. Clear skies, beautiful night. 77 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 78 right now in Spokane. We're 5 degrees above average today. 80 was our high, 75 our average high. Look at this record low. It can be as cold as 26 degrees on this date. That was back in 1889. I also want to draw your attention to this number. Our sunset, almost 7 o'clock now. We are losing daylight very rapidly. And here's just an example. 2 weeks from now, it's going to be 6:35 for our sunset. What always surprises me that as many times as I've done fall, and I won't tell you how many times, I'm always shocked at how it gets dark so early. It always comes as such a surprise. In a month, 3 minutes after 6, and then 2 months from now, 4:14. Thank you, daylight saving time ending. Set 52 for an overnight low tonight with mostly clear skies, light winds, that long expanse of night combined with the light winds, the dry air, the clear skies. We really cool down rapidly. We'll have a lot of locations getting into the 40s and even the 30s. Then we bounce right up. That dry air also heats up very efficiently. So we're heading up to 85 degrees, winds out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Those winds will not be calm through the weekend. Here's a look at our weather pattern. We have a ridge of high pressure in place. That is just going to build for tomorrow and into Saturday. That's where our warming trend peaks on Saturday. And then we'll start to see some changes. A series of weak disturbances coming off the Pacific, each one a little bit stronger than the next. But then one for Sunday is going to bring some more impressive changes in our weather pattern and cause some concerns. Meteorologist Matt Gray will be here in just a moment to discuss those. First, we'll enjoy a cool start to the day on Friday. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Fantastic sleeping weather. That is the great news about having this warm weather so late in the season. The house will cool down very nicely before we warm it up. We're going to be in the 90s in Wenatchee, in Lewiston, 80s just about everywhere, including 85 in Spokane, 83 degrees in Coeur d'Alene tomorrow. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, our warming trend peaking on Saturday at 87. And then on Sunday, a high of 82. Breezy conditions as that cold front approaches. Nothing coming out of that front, though. It is going to be dry. There is a slight chance of showers on Wednesday, along with some cooler weather. But in the meantime, another summery weekend is on the way. Kirsten?
That's right. And with those summer-like temperatures this weekend comes a reminder. Fire season is not over yet. Wildfire experts are keeping a close eye on the weather over the next few days. New at 6, meteorologist Matt Gray is with us to talk about why.
All right. Thank you, Kirsten. It has been almost a month since the deadly fires in Spokane County. Thankfully, we had a reprieve from fire season since then, thanks to some timely rain and cooler temperatures. In the past 4 weeks, we've had 6 times as much rain in Spokane as the 4 weeks before that, and the average high was 10 degrees cooler. That'll make a big difference. That being said, it is more than dry enough still. You can see the drought monitor on your screen that there is still a chance that any change in the weather is going to raise those risks for wildfires fairly quickly. This week, officials are getting ready for a weather pattern, as Chris alluded to, that will raise the risk for new wildfires in just a couple of days from now. First, we start with the heat and the humidity. We'll see widespread upper 80s and low 90s through the weekend. We'll be a little bit cooler than what you see there on Sunday. That's coating error by me. But with the summertime temperatures, regardless, comes summertime humidity, which is going to be bottoming out on Sunday at less than 15%. So combine that with some cooler air on the way. We are going to have all the ingredients: dry, warm, and then windy. And even as we start cooling off more on Monday, we'll still even have a threat of that as well. You see the influx of that cooler air going to kick up that wind, those winds. We're really going to start to feel that on Sunday. 10 to 15 miles an hour sustained, gusts well over 20, could even hit 30 by the time we get to Monday. Depending on just how fast that cooler air comes in, we could see even stronger wind gusts than this in some parts of the inland Northwest. Now, according to wildfire forecasters, the potential for wind on Sunday and into Monday, too, those are going to be the days with the most risk, particularly on Sunday, when all those three elements combine together for wildfire chances in the inland Northwest. So the big thing here, bottom line for all of you sitting at home, we're not done with fire season, even though it has been very quiet lately. Just this is your reminder. Be careful this weekend as we get through what hopefully is our last hot and dry period this season.
A great reminder. Thank you, Matt. And coming up on 4 News Now at 6.
Where's the money going to come from?
Rising health insurance costs have Washingtonians wondering how they're going to pay for it. Find out what you can do to keep your health care.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Lake Todd Creek Winery invites you to our annual harvest celebration, September 22nd through the 24th. Sip our best blends, learn about our vineyards, and snack on Elena's cooking. Come and help us celebrate our 42nd harvest.
Cheers. I'm a proud WSU alum, and so working for a financial institution that supports WSU holds dear to my heart. What we're really excited about is this summer we're doing the Week of Welcome, and every year people look forward to this as we do a wonderful crop art, which welcomes all the students and the entry to Pullman when they come in, they're ready for back to school.
VCU has been affiliated with the Crop Art Project since 2019, so this is our 5th year working with Stan Hurd and WSU.
You know, when the students come, you can see them lined up for 27 miles coming in. Whoa, we're back, you know, hey, and everybody kind of connects a little bit.
It's really special to see a fun project like that come to life.
It's a visual representation of the support that VCU provides. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, and it's something that connects all of our alumni and students across the country, not just here in Pullman. So that's what I love about it, honestly.
When you live in the beautiful Northwest, there's nothing better than spending time on your deck. And nobody knows decking better than the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
From the early evening cocktails to the backyard barbecues, your deck is the most fun place to be. And during Windsor Plywood's end of the season decking sale, there's a lot of great discounts now.
Windsor Plywood.
With 2 locations in Spokane.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
Lake Todd Creek Winery invites you to our annual harvest celebration, September 22nd through the 24th. Sip our best blends, learn about our vineyards, and snack on Elena's cooking. Come and help us celebrate our 42nd harvest.
Cheers.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
President Biden's son, Hunter, facing up to 25 years in prison after a special counsel indicted him on 3 felony counts related to gun charges. It puts the president's son in serious legal jeopardy just months after a plea deal in the case fell apart.
Obviously, the judge didn't like the plea deal, and that happens sometimes. The judge just doesn't think that the punishment is harsh enough based on what the charges are.
Even though Hunter Biden's charges carry up to 25 years in prison, the special counsel notes that actual sentences for federal crimes are typically less than the maximum penalty. The president and the White House so far not commenting on the indictment. Midnight, that's when the United Auto Workers Union says thousands of workers could participate in a series of targeted strikes if they're not able to reach an agreement with the nation's 3 big automakers. That includes General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. The unions are demanding an immediate 20% raise in hourly pay, followed by 4 additional raises of 5% over 4 years. They also want retiree health care coverage and job protections. One worker says the toll of factory work is something you can't measure in dollars.
Wear our bodies out for these companies, and it's just part of our story, but we deserve to be compensated.
Company executives say they are negotiating in good faith.
We made our first offer almost 2 weeks ago to the UAW. We've made 3 offers since then, and we've had no genuine counteroffer on any of those.
This is a developing story, and we will update you if a deal is made ahead of tonight's midnight deadline. We have much more coming up tonight at 6:30, including how your young kids can get into the fair for free on Sunday.
And many Washingtonians are concerned about rising health care costs right now. To find out what you can do to keep your health care next year.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a Turbo Max engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Today through this Monday, if you're hunting for the best selection of sporty used trucks and 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive SUVs,
we got them, and we're pricing them right to move them out.
Which means it's the perfect time to upgrade your vehicle to a better set of wheels before the winter months arrive. Bag a truck and save $1. Plus, this week, Cal is offering a minimum $2,000 trade-in for your old ride.
Tuesdays at Northern Quest are now officially Tuesdays with a capital 2. Together with Coors Light, we're doubling up the fun for Camus Rewards members every Tuesday with 2 times the points, $2 Coors Lights, double promotion entries, $2 food specials, and too many more resort-wide deals to list here. So grab your Camus Rewards card and make the most of your Tuesday with Tuesdays, only at Northern Quest. Details at northernquest.com.
Four News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
Next ET, our Kristen Bell exclusive, talking motherhood and marriage priorities.
I can't be bothered with the anniversary. Halloween is coming.
Plus, spreading love with Diddy. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Many Washington residents who are concerned about rising health care costs say starting next year, people who buy health insurance individually will see higher costs by an average of 8.9%. Peter Choi explains what this increase could mean for your next health insurance bill.
Yeah, Kirsten, the higher prices at grocery stores and gas pumps are putting a strain on many families right now, including myself. And now higher healthcare prices are adding extra stress on Washington residents. I spoke with Michelle Welch. She says health insurance is another thing she can't afford to pay.
Right now, you know, my power bill went up $40 a month. My car insurance went up $10 a month, and no changes to anything. You know, now if health insurance goes up that much a month, where's the money going to come from?
Michelle Welch retired last year, and now her family is on a fixed income.
You know, we may have to go on state aid, like go to CHAS clinics or things like that. And right now, my insurance covers everything that I need to have covered, get great health care, but if it keeps going up, we won't be able to afford it.
I spoke with Washington Insurance Commissioner Mike Kreider. He says the reason why the insurance rate is higher this year is because of medical inflation.
Cost of hospitals, other types of clinic care, pharmaceuticals, all of that together has been going up in price.
The question is, what are you most concerned about at this time? I know you were trying to lower the little bit impact there, but what are you most concerned about as a commissioner?
I think it is making sure that the insurance, that there aren't any surprises. And one of the things that we do is we make sure that the companies, for any rate increase, they have to prove that it's justified. They can't come in and just say, we want to charge more.
Here's what you can do to keep your health care.
Think about whether your doctor is going to be in your plan, because not all doctors are going to have an agreement to be part of a particular plan. Same for the hospital. And if you have some unique pharmaceutical needs, you want to make sure that they're covered also.
Definitely a stressor. And nobody needs more stress in your life at this age.
Now, the question is, when will the public see a price difference next year? The commissioner says it will depend on individual healthcare plan and rate. You can find more information on our website, kxly.com. In studio tonight, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Peter. New at 6:30 now. Today, Eastern Washington Representative Kathy McMorris Rodgers helped pass a federal bill that would block states from banning the sale of gas-powered cars. Right now, 17 states, including Washington, have placed restrictions on automakers that would essentially ban the sale of gas-powered cars by 2035. The goal is to lower carbon emissions across the state. Representative Rodgers released a statement reading in part, Governor Inslee's obsession with rush to green mandates banning everything from gas-powered cars to furnaces and stoves is chipping away at our freedoms and forcing families to purchase expensive alternatives they can't afford and don't want. The bill now heads to the Senate for a vote.
Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have sunny, unseasonably warm days in our forecast. Clear, cool nights, however, will be in the 80s Friday through Sunday, but then take a drop down into the 60s next week. Here's a look at our highs across the region today. Many locations making it into the 80s. These temperatures about 5 degrees above average. Will be even warmer tomorrow, but it was 80 today in Spokane, in the 70s from Bonners Ferry down through St. Mary's, 80 degrees in Pullman and 86 in Lewiston. It was 84 today in Grand Coulee, Moses Lake and Ritzville. Ridge of high pressure in place over the region. We have absolutely clear skies right now, and that's the way it's going to stay overnight and through the day tomorrow. We'll start the day off in Spokane in the upper 40s and lower 50s, but warming up into the mid 80s. That's 10 degrees above average. Good air quality. That is nice. We have definitely had some smoky Septembers, so enjoy that clear air and that warm weather because there are changes coming in the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. We have a consumer alert for anyone who buys gluten-free soup at Costco. Kirkland's Signature's chicken tortilla soup was mistakenly labeled gluten-free. Costco's already pulled the soup from warehouse shelves, but if you still have any of it, you should return it to Costco. The soup was sold in those 2-pound tubs with an expiration date of November 23rd. So far, there have not been any confirmed reports of people getting sick from eating the soup. The Washington State Parks and Recreation Commission wants your input on a potential expansion of Riverside State Park. It wants to expand recreation into Glen Tana property that was purchased last month to protect the land and river. Parks and the Spokane Tribe of Indians are looking to secure funding to acquire that part of the land. A public meeting about the expansion is on September 26th at the North Spokane Library. You can also comment and give feedback online. You can find the link to the survey right now on kxly.com. Well, that is the sound of progress as volunteers working to break down fallen trees so they can start clearing out properties. Between the Gray and Oregon Road fires, over 200 homes were completely destroyed in Spokane County. Some homeowners were uninsured, leaving them to figure out the cleanup process. Thanks to a group of volunteers, though, they won't have to carry that burden alone. Bronte Sorotsky shares how a group of veterans is volunteering their time to help those who lost everything rebuild as quickly as they can.
Behind me, you can hear volunteers using chainsaws to cut down trees at these now destroyed homes. This group of veterans is providing the service free of charge to help people as they start to rebuild everything from the ground up. This group of veterans normally volunteers its time assisting with natural disasters across the country. But this time, the Spokane nonprofits saw the effects of this disaster firsthand.
And although we enjoy the opportunity to deploy on national disasters, we need to rally our troops for what's going on locally.
Some were even personally affected.
As I was just inside of the West Plains, so we were just inside the evac zone. My brother-in-law lives on Hallett, and the fire came within 50 feet of his house.
Although that didn't deter this veteran from helping with relief efforts. In fact, it motivated him.
I don't like sitting by when there's something that could be done.
So when these veterans can, they pick up their chainsaws and tools and get to work, cutting down burnt trees, chopping them up, and clearing everything out, so homeowners grappling with losing everything can start over with a clean slate.
You have a burnt tree in your yard, you have to look at it, it's just a constant reminder.
And this group of veterans says it's always looking for volunteers. For more information on ways to help or how to get in touch with them, head over to our website, KXLY.com. Reporting in Medical Lake, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Around the Northwest, a suspect is in jail for stealing a fire and rescue boat, then driving down the Columbia River in Portland. Fire officials say the rescue craft was taken from their boathouse early this morning. They notified the Coast Guard, which led to a chase. About 30 minutes and 40 miles later, the suspect abandoned the boat and tried to get away, leaving the boat drifting on the water.
So I just got up and looked out my front window. My wife said, "There's a boat stuck out here on the sandbar. It's got blue lights flashing." So I looked out and I just got my binoculars, and sure enough, it was the stolen boat, so I called it in.
Investigators have still not released the suspect's name or any word on charges. The Washington State Cougars are coming off that big win against Wisconsin last weekend, but the coaches don't want their players looking past their next opponent. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti shares the message from head coach Jake Dickert.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Tina, the Tina Turner Musical, BroadwaySpokane.com.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com denominated. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Save big this fall with Pape Machinery. With our limited time cash discounts, you can get a new John Deere 3025E for only $23,500. Stop by a Pape Machinery Ag and Turf store today. Pape keeps you moving.
Don't miss Quality Stoves and Spa's Fair Savings Event. Massive once-a-year discounts on everything, including Quality Stoves' large selection of fireplaces, inserts, and stoves, featuring Lopi and Fireplace Extraordinaire. Sale ends Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spa's Post Falls.
When you live in the beautiful Northwest, there's nothing better than spending time on your deck. And nobody knows decking better than the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop for wood.
From the early evening cocktails to the backyard barbecues, your deck is the most fun place to be. And during Windsor Plywood's end of the season decking sale, there's a lot of great discounts now.
Windsor Plywood.
With 2 locations in Spokane.
If you're looking to score big on the best lineup of new and used vehicles, then come on down to Findlay.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we are loaded with new Tundra and Tacoma trucks, as well as brand new all-wheel drive SUVs just in time for winter. And if you're looking for a quality used vehicle, we are full of great choices that come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty.
So if you're looking for a touchdown of savings, you can find it at Findlay. Findlay Toyota's downtown.
This is your season to smile with Aspen Dental dentures or implants. To gather together and discover the moments that matter. To jump into the fun and join in the celebration. To help get you ready, your Aspen Dental team is celebrating 25 years of affordable care with an epic anniversary savings event. Don't miss enjoying a moment with $500 off your denture or implant care. Whichever option you need, our team of experts is ready to help guide your decision and start your journey. Aspen Dental. Book today.
We are starting off with this beautiful live view from our station here at 500 West Boone Avenue. Gorgeous sunset on a crystal clear sky. Got the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena there in the foreground. I love our neighborhood here on the north side of the Spokane River. And we have new neighbors moving in. Very exciting things happening here. Here's a look at our weather pattern we're going to track for the next few days. We have a ridge of high pressure in place. That's what's keeping the skies clear. Temperatures today about 5 degrees above average. That ridge will amplify over the weekend. Here's Friday, even warmer. Plenty of sunshine, and then even warmer on Saturday. That is where our warming trend peaks. You'll notice we do have some weak disturbances coming through, trying to break down our ridge over the next couple of days. Finally, on Sunday, we have a contender that is going to be quite impactful. It's going to pick up our winds, causing problems and concerns for our firefighters. It is also going to drop our temperatures to below average readings. Unfortunately, that front is not going to come along with any precipitation. Here's a look at our temperature trend, see how that's going to be impacting things. Up to 87 degrees on Saturday, dropping to 82 on Sunday. Still great weather for the second half of your weekend. You'll notice winds picking up a little bit late in the day and an increase in clouds. And then we really cool down. Temperatures in the 60s Wednesday and Thursday. Some nice fall weather ahead. And there is a slight hint of some precipitation in the 7-day forecast. Here's a look at our temperature trend the 22nd through the 28th. Still holding on to a chance of below average temperatures throughout the western United States. And we've seen a lot of this in our long-range forecast. Very little of it has materialized, but a trend toward above-average precipitation for a big swath of the northern U.S., and just about everyone could use some in that area shaded in green. Morning lows tomorrow morning will be in the 40s and 50s. There'll be a crisp start to the day. Temperatures about average, but then we warm up to above average highs in the 80s and even a few 90s. Here's a look at your planning forecast. We're going to keep it in the 80s through the weekend and then bring that drop in temperatures. Right now, a 20% chance of showers on Wednesday in Spokane, a better chance that we'll see some rain in Coeur d'Alene. Meanwhile, Sunday is a great day to head to the Spokane Interstate Fair because we are collecting coats for kids. Now, our official kickoff doesn't start until October, but this is our tradition, the last day of the fair. If you bring me a new or gently used warm winter coat, you get a free admission for kids 13 and under. One coat equals one free admission. It'll be a great day to be out at the fair, dry, sunny, and a little bit of a nice breeze in the evening so you don't get too overheated in the hottest part of the day. We'll be talking a lot more about coats for kids as we get closer to October, Kirsten.
The one day that I hope the fair is really, really crowded is the Coats for Kids night.
It always is. I can count on people to show up in droves for this.
Oh, wonderful. All right, thanks, Chris. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Today through this Monday, if you're hunting for the best selection of sporty used trucks and four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive SUVs,
we got them, and we're pricing them right to move them out.
Which means it's the perfect time to upgrade your vehicle to a better set of wheels before the winter months arrive. Bag a truck and save $1. Plus, this week, Cal is offering a minimum $2,000 trade-in for your old ride.
Do you want to save energy this winter? Time to talk with the experts at Country Homes Power. Save on Valor gas fireplaces that distribute steady, even heat even when the power is out. Turn down your furnace and heat wisely with Valor. Shop the savings at Country Homes Power today.
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see all that you are? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you. Kaiser Permanente.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Water is an essential part of our everyday lives. It's important that Spokane acts wisely to preserve our precious water resources and not waste money on evaporation and the need for supplemental water infrastructure due to a burdened aquifer. Please avoid watering your lawn between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. and limit watering to under 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. If we all do our part, we'll keep our river flowing strong, even in times of drought.
Progressions Credit Union is here to give you the 411 on how you can earn 4.11% APY with Kasasa Cash Checking. It's easy. Qualify to earn rewards like ATM surcharge refunds up to $25 for doing everyday account activities. Activities like 1 direct deposit or ACH deposit or withdrawal, 12 monthly debit card transactions, and enrolling in e-statements. Call or go to progressionscu.org today and ask about our limited time offer of $200 cash bonus when you open a Kasasa account.
4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
Well, according to ESPN, Washington State has a 99% chance of beating Northern Colorado this weekend. And you can't even find many odds on many sports books because of how lopsided they feel this game is going to be. But Coug fans can tell you, better than most, you can't be overlooking an FCS opponent, no matter who they are or what kind of players they have. Of course, we can't forget that rainy season opener against Portland State in 2015, where the Cougs outgained the Vikings by more than 110 yards. But in the second half, it was all PSU, and they left Pullman with a victory. And then a year later, it was Eastern Washington's turn to spring the trap, and that came in the form of Cooper Kupp, who brought in 12 catches for 206 yards and 3 touchdowns. Welcome to the big leagues. Of course, the Eagles made it all the way to the FCS semifinals that year. And they also had Kendrick Bourne. And then finally, a year ago against Idaho, except the script ended a little bit differently. As the Vandals were driving in WSU territory with less than a minute to go, that ended when Deion Henley sealed it with a game-winning interception at the goal line to secure the win for the Cougs, but still a very stiff test nonetheless. Now head coach Jake Dickert says it's the coach's jobs to make sure the players aren't overlooking a Bears team that comes into this matchup 0-2.
The best part is we don't have to change the message, right? We've talked about best. We've talked about you versus you since the moment I got here. This is living to that standard. So I think we do have a mature team, and I think, you know, after a big win, are you still hungry? Are you full? I know I digested that win, and I'm starving again. Right? So they need to be the same way. And that's what good teams do. And like I said, this is another step in our journey, and we need to make sure we take it that way.
Now, the Cougs and the Bears have only met once before, and that was back in 2019 with Washington State winning 59-17. And kickoff for this week's game is set for 2 on Saturday afternoon. Of course, tune in to 4 News Now at 8 for a recap of the game. And the Seattle Seahawks are coming off one of their worst performances in recent memory. In the second half, in their 30-13 loss to Los Angeles, the offense gained just 2 yards in 30 minutes. Not great on any level of football. And coming into the season, they had such high expectation on that side of the ball. They were simply just outplayed in almost every category, only running for 46 plays compared to 78 of the Rams and just 98 passing yards all day. And then third down conversions, dreadful, 2 of 9. And quarterback Geno Smith knows that's going to be key to winning games.
Third downs are very critical, and we've been talking about being better on those situations. So it really comes down to our execution, and for us, man, just, you know, keeping the one play at a time mentality, focusing on the task at hand, and then obviously going out there and making it happen.
I think we just got to make our plays. I think it's, you know, we have opportunities out there. We had a couple things that kind of got away from us. I honestly feel like if we just lock in and focus and do the things that we're capable of doing, I think we'll be just fine.
Seattle will take on the Lions out on Sunday in Detroit, a rematch of the shootout from last season. Right now, the Medical Lake Cardinals are taking on the Newport Grizzlies. It's the Cardinals' home opener, dubbed the Medical Lake Strong Night, in an effort to bring the community together after the Gray Fire destroyed more than 100 homes. Our Marissa Rillo is on the sidelines right now. Marissa, what can you tell us? What's going on out there?
Well, Medical Lake has fallen short here tonight, but the atmosphere is still great, and the Cardinals are still putting up a fight. You know, every time they get a first down, the crowd is up on their feet, they're cheering, and they're loud. So win or lose, I still think that these Cardinals are showing those Grizzlies what Medical Lake strong means. I spoke to the coach earlier, and he said that the team is just excited to be out on this field. They had to miss 4 practices because of the Gray Fire, so they're grateful to be out here, and like I said, they're still battling.
Thank you, Marissa. Make sure to tune into Friday Night Sports Extra tomorrow night at 11. Julian Minnesota and myself will have all your highlights from the high school football action in the area. We'll be right back.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the 4-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
Don't miss Quality Stoves and Spa's Fair Savings Event. Massive once-a-year discounts on everything. Save up to $3,000 off Quality Stoves and Spa's large selection of hot tubs and swim spas. Hurry, sale ends Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spas, Post Falls.
Country Homes Power, Spokane's #1 source for quality hot tubs and swim spas, has truckloads arriving from the top American-made spa manufacturers just in time for the fair. Now is the time to reserve your new hot tub or swim spa. Get to Country Homes Power today.
I'm a proud WSU alum, and so working for a financial institution that supports WSU holds dear to my heart. What we're really excited about is this summer we're doing the Week of Welcome, and every year people look forward to this as we do a wonderful crop art, which welcomes all the students and the entry diploma when they come in, they're ready for back to school.
VCU has been affiliated with the Crop Art Project since 2019, so this is our 5th year working with Stan Hurd and WSU.
You know, when the students come, you can see them lined up for 27 miles coming in. Whoa, we're back, you know, hey, and everybody kind of connects a little bit.
It's really special to see a fun project like that come to life.
It's a visual representation of the support that VCU provides. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, and it's something that connects all of our alumni and students across the country, not just here in Pullman. So that's what I love about it, honestly.
The man of the hour has arrived.
Let the journey begin.
Dad and daughter plane crash survivors.
We're right near the airport. There's a plane crash.
Next in Sun Edition, dad's in a halo, daughter's in a neck brace. Their miraculous story.
It was awful. I don't wish that on any dad.
How they both survived the plane crash. Then, inside the manhunt the whole country is talking about, and controversy over the class photo. Watch the next in Sun Edition. Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, the fight to make 29th on the South Hill pedestrian friendly, why one developer says a move like this would limit the area's possibilities. That story and more at 11.
Here's another look at your planning forecast. And if you love summer weather, you might not want to look beyond about Sunday. But if you are ready for fall, well, we've got 60s and chilly mornings ahead, possibly some showers on Wednesday. Meanwhile, firefighters keeping an eye on Sunday for the potential of some fire danger there with our dry and breezy conditions.
That's right. And the fair is this weekend. People are going to be out, hopefully bringing coats.
Yes, Sunday, Coats for Kids Day at the fair.
It'll be beautiful. Enjoy.